Hi, my name is Jason Roth and I'm a senior programming writer for the SQL Server Modeling CTP. In this video, I'd like to give you an overview of SQL Server Modeling Services, which is one of the components installed by the CTP. Before we talk about specific features of modeling services, you should understand the two main goals that drive the modeling services effort. First, modeling services provides a database design that specializes in storing models, specifically models surrounding application metadata. Enterprise applications today have a large amount of associated data. This data ranges from design requirements to config files to the application binaries themselves. By storing more of this data in a central location, the application lifecycle can become more efficient and productive. The second goal of modeling services is to provide a set of common, shared models that relate to the application lifecycle. In this video, we'll look at the domain models available today as well as the direction of future models. Let's take a closer look at both the modeling services database and the common domain models. A modeling services database obviously benefits from using SQL Server. These benefits include scalability, performance, and reliability. The base domain library is a set of models in the database that supports the features of modeling services. The BDL is what distinguishes a modeling services database from just any other SQL Server database. Let's briefly review some of the features that the BDL supports. The modeling services database is designed to organize and manage multiple models in the same database. One way it does this is by using SQL Server schemas to contain each model's associated tables, views, and other database objects. Modeling Services also logically organizes and manages data across tables and across models. It does this by supporting logical folders to which you assign data rows. This has many data management benefits, including the ability to secure individual rows. Modeling Services also provides support for features such as localization and auditing, which are common requirements of an enterprise-level database. Next, let's discuss the common shared models that come with modeling services. The SQL Server Modeling CTP installs three domain models: System Identity, Microsoft UML2, and System Runtime. We don't have time to look at all of these models in detail, but you can get a good idea of their benefits by more closely examining one of them. On the next slide, we'll cover the System Runtime model in more detail. The System Runtime model stores .NET Framework assembly metadata. Previously, this information resided only in the assembly files themselves. If you wanted to access the information, you had to use a .NET Framework API that was only designed for this one purpose. When this assembly metadata is in the Modeling Services database, you can use common SQL Server queries and tools to explore the metadata. Having this data in the database allows you to answer questions, such as what methods have been added between two versions of an assembly. Also, once this assembly metadata is in the database, it can be connected with other models, such as UML diagrams or custom deployment models. It's important to note that the domain models in the November CTP are just a portion of the models planned for the future. Modeling Services plans to add additional domains that include more parts of the application lifecycle. This creates a basis for application lifecycle solutions, both by Microsoft and by third parties. Up to this point, we've defined modeling services as the base domain library and a set of common domain models. This definition is incomplete without discussing the process of adding your own models. The SQL Server Modeling CTP ships the same tools that were used to build the common models. Let's look at how to use these tools to add custom models. M is a text-based modeling language. You can write M models in any text editor, or you can take advantage of new project types in Visual Studio 2010. Use M to define the domain that you are modeling, the entities that belong to that domain, and the relationships and constraints for each entity. In order to get the most out of modeling services, you need to apply specific modeling services patterns to your model. This is best done today with the pattern application sample. This sample provides an M model of the available modeling services patterns. It allows you to write additional M about your model that describes which patterns to apply. To fully understand this process, see the online tutorial, Getting Started with the SQL Server Modeling CTP. Once you've written your model in M, you can compile and deploy the model to the Modeling Services database using either Visual Studio or the M command line tools. Both of these tools can transform the M model into Modeling Services database objects, such as schemas, tables, and views. I hope that you now have a better understanding of SQL Server Modeling Services and how it provides a foundation for current and future data-driven solutions. For more information, see the SQL Server Modeling Services overview on the MSDN library. The Getting Started tutorial is also a great way to start exploring the SQL Server Modeling CTP. If you have any feedback on this presentation or any other questions, please visit the link to the SQL Server Modeling CTP forums shown here. Thank you for watching.